their right to vacate the French from the forts, which still dotted the region from the last century of fighting. The expedition resulted in a French rejection of Virginia's demands, and Washington, who was promoted to lieutenant colonel upon his return, was once again sent into the Ohio River Valley to remove the French from their forts, by force if necessary. In April 1754, French troops learned from their native allies, the Mingos, that a small British fort had been built by colonial militia at the forks of the Ohio River. French troops marched to the fort and captured it. They built in its place a much later fortification which they named Fort Duquesne. Meanwhile, further south in the valley, Colonel Washington and his small force of colonial militia and natives, allied to the English, came upon and engaged an encampment of unsuspecting French troops. The French were quickly overwhelmed, and later explained that they had been sent to intercept Washington peacefully and to warn him of his apparent incursion in what they believed was French territory. To Washington's surprise, the leader of the native forces accompanying him, Tonarison, attacked and killed the wounded French commander, likely due to a long-standing hatred of the French. Washington feared the French would attack and constructed a small fort, which he named Fort Necessity. Necessity was, as Washington predicted, quickly surrounded by French troops from Duquesne and forced to surrender. This small skirmish set the world on fire. Lieutenant Governor Dinwiddie called for aid from his fellow colonies and from the British government back in England. Fearing that the incursion would strengthen French claims to the region, the British government immediately sent troops to strike at the various French forts still in and around the St. Lawrence River and the Ohio River Valley. The French sent additional forces to North America to hold off the inevitable